Welcome, everyone. This is the Masterclass. My name is Patricknazareth. I have around 30 years of teaching experience, and I hope to be able to share some of that with you to remove your doubts if you have any. Today, we look at the poem Father to Son, written by Elizabeth Jennings. A little bit about the background of the poet then. Elizabeth Jennings was born July the 18th, 1926, at Boston in England. She died October 26, 2001, at Bampton in Oxfordshire. She writes on intensely personal matters in a plain-spoken, traditional, and objective style. Her poems are defined by two things: her devout Roman Catholicism and her love of Italy. She has been awarded the CBE, Commander of the British Empire. I do not understand this child, though we have lived together now in the same house for years. I know nothing of him, so try to build up a relationship from how he was when small. Yet have I killed the seed I spent, or sown it where the land is his, and none of mine? We speak like strangers, there's no sign of understanding in the air. The poet speaks in the voice of the father. The father is displaying a deep sadness. Why is he sad? He has grown away from his son, whom he has brought up, from the time he was a baby. They have lived under the same roof, they have shared the same home, but now they behave as if they are strangers. So the father wants to try and again build up a relationship with him, a relationship which has grown distant. So he's wondering where to begin. Should he go back into the time when he was a child, remembering him as he was when he was young? He wants to do so, but at the same time he is frightened. He is worried. He cannot understand whether there is something he has done. Has his upbringing of his child been wrong in some way? Has he been too harsh? Why does his child grow away from him? The father cannot understand. We speak like strangers. There's no sign of understanding in the air. This child is built to my design, yet what he loves I cannot share. Silence surrounds us. I would have him prodigal, returning to. The father continues. He says both he and his son behave as if they are strangers. They must be pretty formal in their talking, wishing each other good morning, good evening, goodbye, but not really sharing a deep emotional connection. He says that the child is like him. He shares the physical characteristics with his son, but the emotional, the intellectual, the spiritual connection, that is missing. When they sit together, they sit in silence. And the father cannot understand or relate to the son. He does not understand his son's world. What the son likes, what the son loves, the father has no interest in. The father wishes that his son was like the prodigal son in the Bible. The prodigal son fought with his father, took his inheritance, went away, squandered it, and came back. Yet his father welcomed him with open arms. The father wishes that his son had done something that he could be sorry for and that the father could forgive, just so that they could start off again. They could have a fresh beginning. His father's house, the home he knew, rather than see him make and move his world, I would forgive him too, shaping from sorrow a new love. Father and son, we both must live on the same globe and the same land. The father, he understands that they live together in the same house. But why is the son not able to make the father a part of his world? He does not want his son to move out and start a new household somewhere away from him. He is just sad. He is willing to forgive his son, but he does not know what to forgive him for. He understands that both of them, he and his son, must live in the same country, in the same city, in the same land. He speaks, I cannot understand myself, why anger grows from grief. We each put out an empty hand, longing for something to forgive. The poet now takes the place of the son and allows the son to speak. What does the son say? The son himself cannot understand what is this conflict between each of them. Something is there, some anger is there. It comes out of grief, out of deep sadness that they cannot connect to each other. They both want that connection again. They both want to love each other. They both want to embrace each other. They both want to talk to each other, make each other a part of their lives. They don't know where to start. So they each put out an empty hand. This empty hand is a very powerful symbol. It basically, the poet tries to show that they are reaching towards each other, but they are still unable to connect. What are the themes that run through the poem then? The most important, communication. How difficult it is to communicate even if we live under the same roof. Even with the people who love us and have brought us up from childhood, it is very difficult sometimes to communicate with them, to tell them of our hopes, tell them of our fears, tell them of what we wish to do. It also dwells on the differences between parent and child. Each one wants different things. Each one is of a different generation. Each one likes different things. And though there may be physical resemblance between both of them, they cannot find a way to make each other a part of their worlds. That's the end of the lesson then. I hope I have been able to help you out. If I have done so, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, there are other people out there who might need our help. Thank you for watching.